Good morning, everybody. I just got back from a quick walk with my brother. We walked down to the little shopping plaza at the corner of East West Saigon. We went to Soulland, which is a little pet store, and we love it because they have animals. So we saw snakes and lizards and birds and ferret and bunnies. I love bunnies and I love mice. So rats. We saw mice and rats. But yeah, we're back. I'm gonna clean up my room. As you can see, I need to re-clean it up. I'm going to try out this little like chair my mom got that belonged to my grandparents. I think my great grandparents. So I'm going to try that out in my room. That way I'm not sitting on my bed online. So that should work really good. Yeah, so I'm going to do a little cleanup today. So, because I got a little throat killer and I got to make my bed. So I'm going to do that. So yesterday, Monday, which the footage will be posted today. So yeah, yesterday I went and walked and I took a video of me walking, and you guys saw that mess. Well, last night my mom got home and we went to the library because it reopened, so we were able to go to the library. It did not smell nice because it wasn't just water, it was actually sewage that also leaked into the basement, and they had ServPro there and they were doing like a massive cleanup and all this stuff. Good news is one of the librarians who was working, we've known for ages. She knows us, so my mom asked her, and she gave us the good news that most of the damage was done to the floor and the furniture and stuff like that. Very few of the books were damaged. The only books that were damaged were the ones on the lower shelves. So most of the books were not damaged. So that's good news. So not a lot of the books. Probably like maybe 100 or so. But this library, they have over like about 1,000 books. There's a ton of books there. So especially in the kids room. So that means that not a lot of books was damaged, which is awesome. So that's good news. Not a lot of the books were damaged. The furniture can all be dried out. It can be restored. It can be replaced. That is all good news. That is awesome news. So that is really good news for the library. I tried to get some good footage of Snake River, which is the little river that runs behind it, which is what flooded. Did not get good footage of it, unfortunately. But good news is we are no longer on, the Chippewa is no longer under a flood warning. That went off this morning. Three other rivers, Saginaw, Chippewa, and Pine River, are still under flood warnings. Pine River and Chippewa, they all three expire at some point tomorrow, which is good because we are supposed to get more rain coming up. So, the expired flood warnings are awesome, and the rain is not supposed to be enough to reflood. So this is really good that we are starting to get back to normal. It was already getting back to normal. So life is going to continue, and we are going to get back to our daily schedule, normal stuff. And now the only sign is that probably will be how long it takes for the library to get fully reopened, get the lower level back up and running. So, but yeah, good news is not a lot of the books were damaged, which makes me hopeful that none of the dolls got damaged, because I think the dolls were pretty high off the ground. I don't know, so. But I won't know until we get to go back down, and they don't know when it's going to reopen. For now, they moved a good portion of the children's room. They moved a lot of the books, all the CDs and stuff, a lot of the youth and children's books, actually upstairs in a former cafe area, a little area that for a short brief period of time was a little coffee shop. And that's also where the reading program for the kids and the teens is now based. So yeah, it's just going to be a little bit of juggling and moving around. There's not a lot of kids books up there, but there's a lot. So, but there's enough. So it's just going to be a little bit off until things get back, till the library gets back to normal. Until then, everybody is moving on. We are cleaning up. It is, I haven't heard as many planes flying overhead, which is good because that means they're not tracking the water as much. So, yay! Life is getting back to normal for us. It's just going to take a lot of cleanup. So, not for me. No flood waters here. See? No flood waters. Everything was nice. So, I'm going to get going and get some chores done for the day. I've got to make my bed. I've got to clean up a little. I'm going to move a new chair. I'm going to put this chair right here. I think I have room right here. My outlets are right here. That will be nice. And then during Christmas, I have that little reading nook over there. I'll just move all that stuff over there or in my closet, and I'll just put the chair like right there. And the chair can sit there during Christmas. So it'll be nice to have a chair again. I won't be able to stand up on it to put up the posters, but I'll have a chair, which will be nice. So I've got stuff to do. I also got sewing to do. I'm going to try to do this. I don't think it will work. I'm going to try to set my camera to show me turning these two fabric swatches. This is going to be a little throw pillow, and It's got fleur-de-lis on it. Ironic enough, because VBS's theme was a mighty fortress, and there were fleur-de-lis like almost everywhere at the church. I actually had to tell the deacon what they were because the deacon didn't know what they were. I'm like, they're called fleur-de-lis. They're a symbol of France. So this is gonna be a throw pillow. This is gonna be really small because I don't have a lot of fluff and stuff, which is what I call it. It's just stuffing. I call it fluff and stuff. So this is gonna be kind of small, which is sad because it's actually a lot of fabric. And then when I get more fluff and stuff, this, I have 2 swatches of this fabric. This will be a second throw pillow, and as you can see, it too is Paris theme. It's got the a bike, the Arc de Triomphe, it's got the Eiffel Tower, it's got writing on it. And actually, I have a old throw pillow, which I didn't do too good of a job. This is what that pink fabric looks like. As you can see, it's really cute. And on the back, I have this. It's reversible, but I made them too big, and I didn't put enough stuffing in those ones. So I figured out smaller throw pillows are better. They don't deflate. So I'm making smaller ones. So yeah, this will be a throw pillow, and then this will be a throw pillow, and I'm gonna get I gotta keep these singlets. Well, actually, I don't have to because I already have Christmas throw pillows, so those are good. But I gotta get fabric for Christmas when it comes out to make Christmas pillowcases. I think that's what I'm going to do for everybody. This year when I get a job, if I have the money, I'm going to make a Christmas pillowcase, because last year I made Christmas throw pillows. This year I'll make everybody a Christmas pillowcase, and then I'll make some for my bed, because of course. So it'll be interesting because during like the spring and summer, I'll have like pretty Paris flowers and embroidery stuff on my bed, and then during Christmas it'll be all Christmas all the time, and then in January for like my birthday and stuff, it'll actually be Star Wars. So like from November through January it will be Christmas, and then from February through March or April it will be Star Wars, and then from April to like November it will be like Paris. Well, except in May it will go back to being Star Wars, but like in April, and so like from February to May it will be Star Wars, and then from June through November it will be like pretty stuff. And then that might change if I get like harvest pillow stuff, like harvest themed fabrics and stuff. I might do a harvest theme for September, October, November, so I can have like different things. The hard thing is I only have 2 comforters, and one is a reversible black on one side, bright flowers on the other, and the other one is also reversible, but it's purple, so that one might be for October. And I just let Kimberly and Tommy fall. So I'm gonna get going so I can get chores done, and I will check in throughout the day. So bye guys. There's a new addition to my room. So this is a chair my mom got from one of my aunts, and it belonged to my great grandparents. And I'll take this off so you can see what it looks like underneath it. Yeah, so it's a nice little chair. It's a little rusty and falling apart, but all good out antiques usually most of the time. And then she gave me this quilt to put over it so I don't get slivers. So this is actually nice because now I have a place to sit. I've been sitting on my bed, which is kind of hard because there's no back support. So this is nice, and I have it like right over my window, so I can sit there and watch the cars go by and read. And so I have a nice little place now to sit and do my sewing and stuff. And then this is the area where the Christmas tree will go. So during Christmas it'll actually get moved over there. It'll be a tight fit, but I'll have to either move it over there, or I might move it over there. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait and see where it fits at Christmas, but yeah, so I have a nice little chair, and I love it. I love it, so yay! And now I'm going to try to get the pillow done before lunch. This is my baby! This is my sewing machine. This is one my mom got me like 3 or 4 years ago for Christmas. This is all I wanted, and yes, I have a push-in sticker on the front. It is gorgeous, and see all the designs? It's so nice. And then I have all these stitches, and I have an automatic buttonhole. Oh my gosh, which I don't know how to use, but I have all these stitches. So this is the dial to do the stitches. This I don't know what that does, but this tightens or loosens it, raises and stuff. So, and I got the spool down here. I've got black and white thread because why not? It's a great sewing machine for someone like me who's a beginner. I absolutely Love it. Yes, my thread is still there. So it is perfect and beautiful. And now it is time to take these two pieces of fabric and make a throw pillow. Let the magic begin. First few steps are done. This is the pillowcase. Right, well, not pillowcase. This is the pillow right now. And you're going, it's inside out. Yeah, my mom was the one to point out when you sew these together for the first three sides, you actually sew them inside out. So you lay it with the design facing in and then you sew. So this is what it looks like right now. 3 sides are done. As you can see, they are stitched. Nice and stitched. So now I flip this inside out. My camera work is horrible doing this. And you also do this for a pillowcase. Pillowcases are more easier to make because all you do is you get like 1 yard of fabric. One side will be folded together. And then you just sew out the 2 sides that aren't, and then one side you leave for the opening for the pillow. But yep. Now I just flush out the corners. So always try to find your corners. Make them nice. I'll probably put the camera down and go poke these out a little bit more. This is always a test if when you start doing the corners is if there. So this is the shell of where the stuffing is going to go, and now I will stuff it as much as I can stuff it. But as you can see, it actually looks pretty cool. I definitely like the this pattern of the fleur-de-lis. I really like it because it definitely has like a metal look to it. So I really like it. This is going to look really cool. So I'm going to go stuff this now. Yay, stuffing! I have a little stuffing left. This is an empty stuffing bag, and I put all the stuffing I had in here. And as you can see, it's not very well stuffed. So I will actually have enough fabric to make 2 smaller pillows of this. And I'll just get more stuffing and make a regular throw pillow out of these, but I'll have enough. I should be able to make a second smaller pillow out of this, which I've never done before. I've never actually made a pillow this small before, so definitely trial and error, but I think it will be cute and have a second smaller one, definitely just a little pillow for like arms and stuff. So I'm going to go finish sewing this and hopefully it turns out nice. As you can see, it did not turn out 100% awesome, but I'm not the world's greatest sewer, and it is small. And if I am careful, I have enough fabric to make a second smaller pillow. So I don't like racing fabric, especially when I have this much, but I have a nice little pillow, just like the right size to cuddle with when you have like a book or something. But it's very nice. It's very uneven at the top because I had so much. You can see that's how much extra fabric I ended up cutting off after making it. So it's not like perfectly even at the top, but that is okay. I like my projects to be a little different. Like if you look really closely at the Star Wars pillowcases I made, they're actually kind of slanted like this at the edge, but that's because how the fabric was cut. So I had like slightly slanted. So this is not like totally perfect, but you get the idea. This is like this is a nice little pillow, and I can make another one, but I need more fluff and stuff, so I need more stuffing. And so yeah, so in case you're wondering, the sewing machine, the thread, the fabric all came from Walmart. Pretty much all my sewing supplies except my embroidery stuff. Most of my embroidery stuff is passed down to me, but my little sewing box over there came with a tape measure and safety pins and scissors and the fabric and the sewing machine. I actually get all this stuff, even my the stamped pillowcases I do for my sewing. I actually get this all from Walmart. It's like, really, Walmart? Yes, I get all this stuff from Walmart. They're actually not too badly priced. The fabric, this is like, for the little singlets, which are these, for these little single fat quarters, these range in price from 97 cents to $1.27, depending on if they have patterns, if they're plain. Like the Star Wars pillowcase I have, the Star Wars pillow I have over here. This fabric was the Fat Singles, what I just used. These, and these are definitely more, that is more expensive. The Mickey Mouse, the pop culture stuff is definitely $1.17 for a fat quarter, which is 18 inches by 21 inches. So it's pretty decent size. You can make like a little purse or pillow or even doll clothes, I think, out of these. So these are pretty decently priced. The fabric I used for my pillowcases, which you have seen if you watch my vlog earlier videos, and you will see again, those are actually the fabric's a little bit more expensive. It can range up to, I think, $4 a yard depending on it. I know the Star Wars fabric I got for the Star Wars pillowcases I did, that came out to a ended up coming out to a lot of money because I ended up redoing them. So but yeah, the Star Wars fabric, it depends. Singlets for beginner sewers are probably a better option because they are cheaper, and then the actual fabric itself, that price depends on what you're getting. And then I have, this is the filling I use. It's made from recycled materials. It's by Fairfield, made in the USA. It's all like fair trade and stuff like that, so it's all recyclable. And they do they're Fairfield World, so they do like all these charity stuff. And so this is what this is the bag I get. It's 16 ounces of premium polyester fiber fill, and I call it Stuff and Fluff, but it's called Polyfill. And for a 16-ounce bag, it's about $3 or $4. And on the back, they usually have like a little design for a little craft, like a little toy. This one is an elephant. They have bears and stuff, but I use it for my pillows and for snow and stuff, so you can actually use this for a lot. So this is what I use. It's really nice, especially as the fact it's made from recycled material. So the only thing I have to recycle is the bag itself. But it's like 1 pound, 16 ounces, and it's nice. I like it. It feels funny when I go to put in my pillows, but that's because it's fiber. But this is about $3 or $4 for a 16-ounce bag, and I can I've gotten 2.5 pillows, so I've been able to make 2 whole pillows and then stuff like half of one. So yeah, so these are really, so this is a real, so I really like this one. Yeah, so I recommend if you want to get into sewing, go to Walmart, get these fat quarters. They're by this company called Single. Get these, and then get, if you want to make little throw pillars or stuff, get just 1 bag to start with. Get 1 bag of this polyfill. They don't have any smaller bags, but they have like 3 patterns and stuff. So definitely check out Walmart for all your sewing needs. I'm done vlogging for the day, so I'm sorry it was short and boring and all about sewing, but that's what I wanted to do today. I really wanted to use up the last of my stuffing because I can't get any more until I use it up, and since I don't have a job, I don't really want Mom to be buying me my sewing stuff, which she probably will. But yeah, so took me longer today. Generally, on a good day, I can knock out one of these throw pillars in about a half an hour, like 20 minutes, a half an hour. Took me longer today because my baby has this thing where the top thread, this thread, does not like to stay in the needle. So I will start sewing, it'll just escape, and it'll take me like 10 to 15, like 5 minutes each time to rethread the needle, especially if I have to totally rethread it. And so I actually have to keep a certain length loose, or else when I start the machine, it'll just go bye. So yeah, that's not fun. So yeah, something to be aware of when you're sewing is make sure you have enough length on the end of your thread or it will come out. So usually it takes me about half an hour, 40 minutes, depending, to do a pillow. It's about what took me today, even with stopping so many times. And then pillowcases can take a little bit shorter because all you're doing is sewing up some ends. But yeah, sewing is fun. I enjoy it. I know it's kind of weird, but in the long run, I also look at it like this. Okay, look at this. I am spending money on fabric. Okay, pillowcases can cost a lot of money because you have to get them in sets. If you're someone like me and you love pop culture, hello, Star Wars behind me, that can end up costing you a lot of money. And I don't really want to go out and spend all that money. Like, if I want a comforter, I just want to buy a comforter because you can get a comforter for like $20 if it's on sale. I don't want to buy like total bed sets because I like to mix and match. And it doesn't matter to me what the underside of my bed looks like when all people are going to see is the comforter and maybe a quilt or a fleecy blanket and my pillow. So I really don't want people, so you're really not going to see my sheets. So I don't really care what the sheets look like. I just care about the top. So I know it's weird. So instead of spending all that money on an entire bedding set, I can spend maybe the money I would spend on a bedding set and get like a few pieces of fabric and make my own bedding, kind of coordinate. I can make my own throw pillows. I can make my own pillowcases. Eventually, I want to be able to make my own blankets, which is cool. Which would be cool because they have like fleece Star Wars fabric I want to use. That would be awesome. I can spend $7 on a stamped embroidery pillowcase or a dresser scarf, and I can make my own linens instead of going out and spending like $15 on a dresser scarf, $15 for a pair of embroidery pillows. I can do that myself. It just takes more time. It just takes more effort. But in the end, it's totally worth it. And I really get this like sense of pride. Like when I was making throw pillows last Christmas for my mom, my dad, and my brother, I was so excited that I was able to give them this thing that I had made. And they turned out really well. I'm actually kind of good at this. So I'm really, really excited. I mean, just finishing, like, this was like the first pillowcase I ever did. The first embroidery project I ever did was these pillowcases with butterflies on them. I was so thrilled when I finished them. I was so proud of myself because, true, they were bought, but I was the one who made them my own. So it's so cool. And I have a dresser scarf here that I embroidered. This took me a long time, so I am so proud when I finish a new sewing project. So like doing the sewing project I have now, the embroidery of the girls, I'll be really excited because I've never done even stamped embroidery a human figure, and those are really hard. So I did hands for a Bible, for a pillowcases with Bibles, but that's different. This one's an entire person, like with a mouth and the eyes, and it's so detailed. So I have to be very careful. And then when I get my quilt done, when I finally finish embroidering my Christmas butterfly quilt, I'm going to be so happy when I finish embroidering it and get that thing put together, because that is actually going to be about 3 or 4 years of work I put into that quilt. So sewing is hard, but it's so much fun. It's so rewarding, and as weird as it sounds, I really, really enjoy doing it. Like when I started embroidery, my mom couldn't believe how fast I was getting these pillowcases done because, one, I didn't have a job, two, I was like focused on school. But I was able to get these pillowcases done in like a week, and my mom, who learned sewing from her grandmother, nobody taught me how to do this, by the way. My mom has never sent me, my mom gave me the basics of embroidery, just follow the lines on the stamped pillowcases. That's what I do. I figured out how to run after she gave me a quick lesson how to do the sewing machine, I kind of figured out how to do that on my own. I will take stuff to her if I feel like I messed up and go, Mom, can you help me figure this out? She'll help me figure it out. But I'm pretty much teaching myself how to sew. So I'm pretty much teaching myself all this stuff. My mom is helping me, which is awesome. But I feel so proud that I will be able to do this, because when I grow up, this is because being able to sew, like even just pillowcases and maybe like some clothes, like a skirt or something. My mom wants to show me how to sew a skirt, which I really want to do. So I really want to be able to make like skirts, not shirts, just skirts, because I like the 50s style skirts. I want to be able to make a 50s style skirt like the one I have. I want to be able to do stuff like that. I want to be able to like mend my clothes if they rip or something, because then I save money. I'm not buying new clothes. I can fix the ones I have. In fact, I fixed my crinoline had a rip in the slip. I fixed that. And so instead of buying a new one, I was able to save money by just trimming up the edges and sewing it. So I am saving myself money in the long run by teaching myself how to sew. I still got to teach myself how to cook. My mom will help me a little, but I really want to learn how to cook. I actually have a cookbook that's Cooking Basics for Dummies. So I'm going to learn how to do that. That's one thing I want to learn to do this summer. I really want to start cooking. So I'm learning sewing. I'm learning cooking. I really like learning stuff. One thing I would love to do is I think next year I want to do a garden with vegetables and stuff, because I like veggies. So I would love to have like a vegetable garden. So there's so much stuff I want to do, because in the long run, looking at how expensive things are today, if I can garden a little, get some of my fruits and veggies from the garden, if I can cook and save money, if I can do all this stuff, I can save money in the long run and save it up for stuff I want to do, like go to Disney World or go on these trips. So doing a lot of stuff, I think, DIY, figuring out how to do it on your own. Definitely, at some point I will probably get down and dirty and learn how to do household repairs on my own. So I just want to be able to be really kind of self-sufficient. I think that's the idea of like the modern homesteader, the urban homesteader, is doing as much of this as you can yourself, gardening and stuff like that, so you're not spending a lot of money. So it's fun, it's hard work, but in the end it is so rewarding. So if any of you out there are thinking about it, I say don't think about it, do it. It's so much fun. I love sewing. I think it's a great way to express yourself, and the best part is there's so many like you look at like Ashley Eckstein and stuff. She has her own clothing company. I don't think she shows, but she has a clothing company. And so doing stuff like that, and plus if you're into something like Star Wars or anime or stuff, you want to cosplay, definitely one of the most affordable ways to cosplay is just to make your own costume. Get the bits and pieces, you know, DIY it, make it yourself. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. You already know that. So, unless you're a member of the 501st or the Rebel Legion, then you're even DIYing your own costume. You're going to pay through the nose because those have to be movie accurate. But still, sewing, it's a great way. It's really fun, and I think my mom and I have gotten closer because I have sewing, and she loves it. She keeps threatening to steal my baby. She was going to steal my baby. This is my baby, so I had lots of fun. So, definitely check it out if you have any questions. I don't know a lot, but I will try to answer what I can. If I can't answer your questions, definitely check out online or get some books from your local library. Trust me, sewing is so much fun, and it can be one of the most rewarding things you ever learn. So I am out for the day. Have a nice day, you guys. Stay safe, stay sane, take care. I love you all. Lots of love, hugs, and prayers. I will be back. I don't know if I'm going to be back filming tomorrow or Thursday. I don't know, but I'll be back again sometime this week. I will get this posted tomorrow, which is Wednesday. I am going to go get lunch, and later this afternoon I will be posting my video from yesterday. So take care, you guys. I will talk to you soon. Bye.